Well, joining us this morning in studio is Deb Maxwell, the founder of Smile Through the Storms. Now, before we do get started, we just want to warn you, that this interview will talk about suicide. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, Deb.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on.
Of course. Now, for those who don't know, tell us about Smile Through the Storms and why you started this group.
Smile Through the Storms is a support system for survivors of suicide. My son David completed suicide back in March 2014, and there was no place around for me to be able to go and talk to other survivors and share and be with someone who really understood. So I founded the group.
And can you tell us a little bit more about your son, who he was?
My son David is an amazing spirit and light. He was a terrific personality, outgoing, helping, loved animals, loved little people. He was just all heart.
Of course. And now there's this fundraiser that you started on behalf of him. So can you tell us about that fundraiser, what made you want to also start that, and how that just ties in with David's love for animals?
Here a couple of years ago on his Angel-versary, as I refer to it, it's a very, very difficult day. So to try to make a good thing happen on that day, I started a pet food, pet needs drive, and I donate all the items that are donated to Elmira Animal Shelter and or Southern Tier Animal Control.
Now, how long have you been doing this, or is this your first year starting this?
This is the third year that I've done it. Yep, third year.
And where and how can people donate if they're interested, and are there any specific items or pretty much anything pet related can be donated?
People can either drop off at my home, 529 Bud Street in Elmira. They can contact me via email at debmax61@yahoo, or they can give me a call, 607-241-6624, and I can go pick up, or I can meet them. If they order the items online, they can have them directly shipped to me.
Right. Now, how long does this go until? I mean, the pet, shelters, they can always accept these donations, but in specific to, your fundraiser, how long do they have until?
I'm accepting donations until March 3rd. March 5th is his Angel-versary, and that's when I'll take all items and donate them to the shelters.
Of course. And I guess, kind of referring back to your Smile Through the Storms, if people wanted to learn more, get to know you, or maybe even attend, I know you have meetings sometimes, how can they go about that?
We have meetings twice a month. They can go to the website www.smilethroughthestorms.com and click on the link there and join in virtually.
And what kind of a message, I guess, as we start to wrap up, do you have for people who are either survivors who wanted to take their own life, or maybe a family member who did, unfortunately complete suicide? What kind of message do you have for them to either keep going, or maybe even try to consider joining this group, or donating even just a little bit to this fundraiser as they, try to get back on track or try to feel better?
As far as a message for a person who's attempted, you're worth staying here. You need to stay here. There's a reason why you're here. For the families that have lost someone to suicide, you're not alone. We're here, we understand. The group's a safe place to be. And to do something to celebrate a person's life is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And that's how I get through, is celebrating my son's life. He deserves to be remembered.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.